Hey guys.
Got everyone chomping at the bit to get this started, huh?
I know. So I just got on and saw people waiting at the door and I opened it. I hope Mo doesn't mind, but might as well because there's going to be a lot of clicking.
Yeah. Did we, is this, how many people are going to be in this?
A couple hundred. We have 300 seats. So hopefully parents are watching on with their kids, you know.
Yeah.
I've been trying for 3 weeks to get Zoom to sell me extra seats and I can't get a salesman to call me. I wait on the phone every single morning. For this morning, they told me to check with billing to see maybe if they could help me, but either people aren't working still because of COVID or they're just so busy that they can't get to me, or they're not interested because all I want is 200 more seats. I can't quite figure it out, but pretty soon they're going to lose the chance because all we have left is the awards ceremony. Thank goodness you can buy up to 300 seats by yourself just with a credit card. But after that, you have to go through a salesman. So Zoom is one business that hasn't suffered during this, I suppose.
Is that Addison?
Hi.
How are you, Addison? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Hi,
Michelle.
Hi, beautiful girls.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You look very pretty.
Thank you.
It took me a while to figure it out, but William, that's William upside down on his chin, huh?
Oh, who would have thought?
Oh.
Silly William. You girls ready for summer?
Yes.
What you gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. Probably more crafts. We've been doing a lot of crafts and
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wish I was good at crafts. My daughter is very good at crafts. She made me the cutest little llama. Have you done the felting thing?
What's felting?
You take felt and this special tool and you fluff it up. And I'll get a picture of my llama and send it. She did a really good job. So
yeah, like I think it was, we've made paper towel roll owls and all that fun stuff. So yeah.
she got her felting thing at Michael's. But my llama is so cute. It even has eyelashes. I'm very proud of it. Do you have any of your crafts near? Let me see.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
That's Addison's owl.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. You guys, oh. Who is that? that I just asked to join. Join video.
Hey, it's Addison's mom.
Okay, that's fine. It's just, I have to, mostly we use this with the kids, and when they use their own device, I know exactly who it is. So
Yes.
I've had a couple of people check on to this, and then I ask them to connect with video and they get out. So
Yeah.
just trying to be safe. So I appreciate it. You answering me.
Of course. Thanks. I was setting you up on the big TV so we didn't have to look at you on a small computer. So I'm just testing it out.
Well, that's cool.
That's the way to do it right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Use the Apple TV and AirPlay it.
I do it old school with HDMI cable, but
Joshua, James Lass. Show your beautiful faces. Kate Merrill.
A lot of people don't have their video on.
I know.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I don't recognize the name, I'm asking them to. I asked someone to do that and they got out.
Oh, wow.
Someone I didn't recognize.
Hmm.
What's up, James?
Coach Joe, I haven't seen you in a while. I like the stats. Man.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah,
How have you been? All right?
I've been well, staying busy. How about you?
Good. Yeah, the same. Things are good and staying pretty busy
It's
with
there, but then
new
Good.
things and new ways to do old things,
Yeah, and the weather's been beautiful. That's been one thing to be certainly grateful for is no humidity.
I missed today. I was sad. When I got up this morning, went outside to play with my dog, I was like, wow, this is going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah. Got all the windows open in my house. Everything's gorgeous outside. Yeah.
Okay, keep bragging.
Sorry.
Hey, Kinsley.
speak up, baby.
Hi, AC. None of you guys are showing your gorgeous faces. It's making me so sad. I miss you so much and I can't even see what you look like.
At least AC had a picture up. Oh, there she is.
It's I mean, it doesn't technically start till 5:30, so maybe they're getting ready.
Yeah.
on there.
That's true.
Putting
They're
on their
probably-
banquet wear.
Yeah, probably eating or something. We were thinking about that. If we could just put this on the kitchen table and everybody could eat dinner and we could pretend like, hopefully the Zoom will cooperate today. I'm trying to see if we had a little bit of problem yesterday. So far, so good.
Hmm. How many spots does this upgraded Zoom allow us to have? Is it 100?
All I could do myself was 300, and I've been trying for 3 weeks to get 500, and they won't call me back. Yep, this morning I only spent about, I don't know, half an hour on the phone, somewhere around there, waiting on hold. They only have one piano music song they play, and this time they sent me to billing, thinking that maybe billing could help me because all I wanted was more seats. I didn't want any of the other, oh, look at your baby, you got a haircut. You look beautiful.
Yeah, mommy gave her a trim. Lori gave her a little bit of a face trim. So, So I didn't even know 500 was possible on Zoom.
Yes, you can, once you go through sales, I mean, on the enterprise level, you can go all the way up to 1,000, but I don't need 1,000. I think 500 would be nice for Look at that
I
baby. I wish I
got my
was
lap
home.
dog here.
I wish
Cool.
I was home with my baby. You are a beauty.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Zeke.
Hey, Zeke.
Zeke is cool.
Yeah.
Aw, he's cute.
How old is Zeke?
He was a rescue. When we adopted him about April last year, they said he was a year, but I think he was a little younger. So year and a half, 2 years. Still acts like a puppy though.
He's
Cool.
so high strung, Joe.
Look, he's only this way because I take him on like 2-mile bike rides,
Oh, wow.
mile to 2 miles, just to get the energy out of him, or else he wouldn't be like this.
I have a 7-month-old puppy that is supposedly half golden, half German Shepherd. And she has the zoomies 3 times a day. So I get up in the morning and throw the ball for her when I get home from work. And then if I'd like to go to bed, I have to go throw it one more time because otherwise she jumps all on me and attacks me the whole night. So
Yeah. Well, he's developed an affinity for the 800-meter sprint. So,
well, he adopted the right family.
right.
Well, Cheyenne's pretty chill. Her thing is just she's a licker.
Hey, Gavin. Well, I sure wish some people would turn on their cameras so I can see your beautiful faces. Gavin. Oh, Max.
Hey, Max.
Hey, hi, Lucas. Woo! Hadley.
Friends,
Hey,
how's everybody?
Miss Fenelon, how are you? Nice to see you too.
Aw.
Do you want it lower?
No, stop. Not everyone come in the camera.
They told us to have the whole family here.
No.
to watch.
Only one parent's
How are you?
One.
hey, Heathers.
There we go. We got Lucas and Josh here.
There's Josh.
I said no.
Josh, you growing your hair out? What looks good?
Let me see. He moved off my front page.
Who wants me to come cut their hair?
Do it. This way.
Yeah, my wife cut mine about 2 weeks ago. It came out good enough. I'm trying to convince her to be my regular barber, but I don't think she wants to do it.
Here comes Catalina back in. You guys and you're in and out. It's just like at home. It is in and out of Zoom, in and out. Char Char, hello.
Carly's on.
Lisa, can you hear me?
Coach, it's
Hang on.
nice to see the gym. It looks good.
I did my best.
Hi, Coach. Looks good.
Hello, everybody.
These people are turning cameras on in a minute.
We got about 4 minutes.
Not glitchy. Silly.
Look at all the families on. That's exciting.
Yes.
No,
Turn
listen,
it
stop.
Kim's like, no.
Please do listen.
There's somebody here who's just called iPad.
It is what?
Just called iPad.
I know, and I keep asking them to turn their video on and they're ignoring me. I'm about to push them back into the waiting room.
Yeah.
Yes, if your profile is just labeled iPad, please turn your video on or I'm going to put you back into the waiting room.
And they may not realize it, right? So if someone ends up in the waiting room, I guess they could just chat us, right? And say who it is, Mrs. Straw, to get back in.
Yeah, I've been doing this. I'm a I have a system.
Guys, stand by the bean bag so I can put the picture together. They won't see you. They won't see you. They won't see the screen. Huh? Maybe we'll turn it this way and then Daddy and I'll be like, hey, how you doing?
You duck so everybody can see the cool background. There it is.
Looks good, SJE.
All right.
Perfect job, Mo.
There's a podium and everything that I'm sitting in front of.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I want to change it to that so you can see hear the speaker. What are you doing? Change it. Stop. Your face. No, stop. I never said that. Kinsley did. What's this is he was referring to? Everybody was showing their dogs.
Give it about 2 more minutes and then we'll go and get started.
Tyler Cappy. Hello.
No.
Welcome, Mr. Jepson.
Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about
Thank you
yourself?
for doing all this.
Oh, absolutely. T-minus 1 minute. I'm super excited.
This is the biggest Zoom I've ever been a part of, so this is exciting. This in and of itself.
All
I
right.
think that's
Lots of
true for me
precious
too.
people.
All right, it's 5:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I know Lisa's gonna be awesome and help anybody that needs to hop on after the fact. All right, so good evening. Thank you all for joining me as we honor and celebrate our student athletes and our coaches in our first ever virtual athletic sports banquet. I ask now that if you aren't muted, if you guys can go ahead and do that for now, unless you are Mr. Jepson or Mr. Riho, so that they are about to step up. Before we begin, Father Riho has graciously offered to lead us in prayer, so I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Father Riho.
Thank you, Coach Mo. I appreciate it. It's nice to be here with you all and to see all of you tonight. The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for the health and vitality of our bodies and for the opportunity to give you praise through sports, training, and athletic endeavors. We thank you for our coaches and for our teammates, for our school and for our families, who teach us how to work together as members of a team for the common good. As we celebrate tonight our athletic achievements, may we always remember to run the good race and fight the good fight, that what we learn on the sports field may help make us strong channels of your goodness and grace in the world. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now I'd like to hand the stage over to Mr. Jepson for a few words, if he doesn't mind.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. It is fantastic to see you. I see lots of you. And to join you this evening for this virtual recognition. I'm going to be very brief and just say a couple of things. First of all, I want to thank and recognize all of our incredible coaches for the time and the effort and the passion and the support that they've given all of our athletes. And I know all of you are equally grateful to them for their dedication to you and also the sports that they coach. So thank you, coaches. And we are very, very grateful to all of you. Athletes, I want you to know how proud I am of you. It's been a crazy year, and I know that unfortunately some of our sports didn't get to happen, but the sports that did, I saw you play in all the different areas. I managed to see everybody play at least once in the seasons. And I want you to know how impressed I am by everything that you did. It wasn't just about winning and losing. It was about competing, and it was about working together with a common goal. And it was about representing yourselves and your team and your school with class, with sportsmanship, and representing your families as well. So you did an awesome job. No team recognition is about any single player or any single athlete. Everybody depends on everybody else for the success of the team, and that you all showed that in your competitiveness. So thank you very much. I'm excited to see how the rest of this goes, and hope you all stay well. We can't wait to see you again. We miss you a lot, and hopefully soon we will be together physically to celebrate each other. So thanks again, and I will hand back over to our wonderful AD, Coach Mo.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Jepson. All right. So I know this is a time of uncertainty. However, there is one thing I am certain about, and it's how amazing our student athletes truly are. Without them, our program isn't possible. It's not easy balancing academics with athletics on top of after-school activities and other curricular sports. But somehow our athletes managed to do it. I'm pleased to say that we had 73% of our middle school student body participate in at least one sport this year. That's a phenomenal number. Out of 207 kids in that middle school campus, 152 of them were in one of those sports. Another group of people that I'm very grateful for is the coaching staff. Our athletics program is lucky to have 9 dedicated and experienced coaches who truly care about our athletes, and I couldn't do it without them. So I want to make sure that they get the thanks that they're due. They will get to present their awards in just a moment. Last year, we actually began a tradition of giving each student athlete a St. John's letter patch and pin for each of the sports they participated in. And this is what it looks like, all right? Therefore, all of our first-year athletes will actually receive one of these, and these will be passed out in the next couple weeks when you guys head over to the school to pick up your stuff. And you'll get a pin for each sport. So if you look at it, if you played soccer, you'll get a little soccer pin, or softball, you get a softball pin. Our returning athletes, you guys received these patches last year. Hopefully you still have them, but you guys will get the pins to go along. So the goal is by the end of your 8th grade year, you've got your St. John's patch, and then you've got it filled up with as many pins as you can, just showing how many sports you've played and how much you care about our athletics program and just giving that time and effort. So that will be something that you guys will all receive. As much as we like to give every athlete a trophy, we do still firmly believe in teaching valuable life attributes: hard work, dedication, perseverance, sportsmanship, and so many more. With that being said, I give our coaching staff a tremendously hard decision to make in passing out 3 additional awards. All right, so our most valuable player, that award is given to, let me open up my thing here. It's awarded to a student athlete that the coach or coaches feels most contributed to the success of the team. We'll also be giving out a coach's award. This is awarded to the student athlete who went above and beyond a coach's expectations. They may not be the best player, but they have a great attitude and are willing to do what is asked of him or her for the good of the team. And then our final award that we'll be passing out would be the most improved player. This will be awarded to the student athlete that the coach or coaches feel most improved throughout the season. Again, not an easy decision. We'd love to give out to every single kid, but each team will have 3 awards per team. I ask the students that if you hear your name for an award and you are on this Zoom call, feel free to step up, unmute yourselves, and say thank you or say hi, just so we can see your face. If you're not comfortable with it, feel like you have to, the coaches will give it a few seconds, and then they will move on to the next award, or we'll move on to the next team. All right, here we go. I'm going to read off the team lists before passing over the spotlight to the coach of the team. We're going to start with cross country, and then we'll work our way down to the spring sports. All right, so our cross country team members, starting with our JV girls, we had Hadley Angle, Ashley Carpenter, Addison Clifton, Abigail Garcia, Ava McLaughlin, Cody Phillips, Maggie Pliego, and Maggie Wiegand. Our JV boys consist of Hayes Corsell, Tanner Corral, Oliver Fogarty, Max Gustafson, Forrest Hutton, James Lass, Wilson Markham, Felipe Mattioli, Brooks Malazzo, Walt Stevens, Ryan Szymanski, and Cole Ward. Our varsity girls, Eve Bonnemart, Brooke Brandeis, Carly Buchanan, Kenzie Cappy, AC Hutton, and Watson Woods. And rounding up our varsity boys, Thomas Dan, William Udaley, Leighton Malazzo, Carson Moore, Noah O'Donnell, Luke Osborne, Reed Poley, and Parker Roby, led by head coach Cindy Fenlon and Jen Eggleston. So I'm actually going to pass it over to them.
Thank you, Coach Mo. Okay, Jen, if you want to go first.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to kind of say a few words about what our cross country entails. It's dedication. These kids you all are coming out there. It's hot. You're training after school. You're running miles. We are doing meets where we are running in hard terrain. We ran in, I think, thunderstorms this year, Coach Finland. We trained over the weekend, early morning shifts. These kids put in a lot of hard work. It was my first season coaching cross country here, and I was impressed. And I cannot wait for the next season to start. You guys did awesome, and the kids that have won that Coach Fenlon will announce truly deserved these awards.
Thank you. Yes, so I want to echo that we do miss you all greatly, and we are very proud of all of our athletes and all of your accomplishments. Our JV girls took second place overall. Our varsity boys and our JV boys took third place overall, and the only reason our girls varsity didn't place is because we had a very small team. As when Coach Mo read it out, you could tell we have a very small team, and you need numbers in order to be successful. So congratulations to all of our cross-country runners for all they've done. We're very proud of proud of how you did. So we will begin with JV girls, and our most improved goes to Addison Clifton. Addison, do you want to just say hi so your screen lights up?
Hi.
Congratulations, honey. We're proud of you. We're proud of all of you. It's a team sport, and it's hard to pick individuals, but we're proud of all of you. And for JV girls, our coaches award goes to Abigail Garcia.
Hi.
Well done. And our most improved, hold it, did I make a mistake, Coach? Oh, most valuable player, pardon me. Our most valuable player is Ashley Carpenter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. For our JV boys, our most improved goes to Hayes Corsell. Congratulations. Our coaches award goes to Tanner Corral.
Tanner?
Oh, hello.
Thank
I
you.
have to say, in this quarantine, Tanner lives in my neighborhood, and he is still working. I see him several times a week, running and walking with mom and dad. So keep it up, Tanner.
Thank you.
And most valuable goes to Cole Ward.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For varsity girls, our most improved goes to Brooke Brandeis.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Congratulations. Our coaches award goes to Kenzie Cappy.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, honey. Congratulations. And our MVP goes to Eve Bonnemort.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And for varsity boys, our most improved goes to Reed Poley.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Congratulations. Our coaches award goes to Parker Roby. And our most valuable player goes to William Udaley.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. I want to thank all of you who were 4-year runners. Joining us in the 5th grade, we had quite a few 4-year runners, so we do appreciate you trying a sport and sticking with it and then being super successful. And I also want to thank Coach Mo for the support and love she shows our athletic department. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Eggleston and Coach Fenlon. So we're going to move right on to their next sport, which will be boys soccer. I'm going to read out the JV team first and have Coach Maldonado give his awards, and then I'll go and give mine. So for our JV team, we had Brennan Bauer, Connor Caruso, William Farman, Weber Greep, Ben Horn, Jackson Jimenez, Eddie Kirshner, Xavier Lewis, William Mead, Aiden Pancholi, Luca Pleasance, Zeb Rogozinski, Lucas Ruan, Jack Ryan, and John William Strickland, led by Coach Joe Maldonado.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought you were going to unmute me. Anyway, Coach Eggleston, this was my first year coaching, and I had a great first experience within the St. John sports community. Starting with these JV soccer boys, y'all played an exciting style of soccer with the amount of energy that any coach would ask for. You guys were tough to beat, and you could score in the blink of an eye. While wins aren't everything, you guys were undefeated until the last game of the season, and that's something to be proud of. So starting with the MVP, while goals don't tell the whole story, we had a lot of players that contributed to that in other ways. But Jackson Jimenez was our leader in this category, and he was a consistent playmaker for other scores for the team. So congratulations, Jackson.
Thank you.
And most improved, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't expect this player to make it past a couple of the first few practices, but he brought energy and desire every practice and game. And for that, Weber Greep, he became an important part of our goalkeeping rotation and a big part of our defense. So most improved to Weber Greep. Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
And then wrapping it up, this player, he always helped carry back the equipment to and from practice, which I think goes a long way. It's not just about the games, but during the games, he was able to play multiple positions with energy and focus. And it's those characteristics that make Connor Caruso the perfect fit for Coach's Award. Thanks, Connor.
Congratulations, boys. All right, we're moving on to our varsity white team. So I'm going to name them off. Jackson Andrews, Ruffin Barrow, William Udaly, Jake Garcia, Kian Grisbowski, Coleman Haley, Carter List, Austin Matthews, Gavin Pagliari, Drew Powell, Harrison Rainey, Aiden Ramos, Harris Rankin, Patrick Rankin, Luca Thatch, Charlie Valenti, and Tucker Whitty. Head coach was me, and I had the honor of getting to coach the boys. Soccer's my sport, if you guys don't know, so every time I get to coach boys or girls soccer, I'm happy, I'm in my element. And these boys, they just brought everything all season. We had a solid season this year, 2 wins, 3 losses, and a tie. The boys were enthusiastic on and off the field. They worked well as a team. I couldn't ask for much more than that. They battled hard, but ended up losing in the semifinal match of the tournament to Corbett Prep. But it was a really good game, and we didn't go out until the very last few minutes of the game. With that being said, the 3 awards were very tough. I had a ton of 8th graders, tremendous 7th graders, and I even had a handful of 6th graders that came up at the end and pulled their weight. So it was not an easy decision, but my most improved went to a young man who has been on the team all 3 years that he's played. Maybe not varsity white, but he worked his way up, and that went to Aiden Ramos. So thank you for that. The next award I'm giving out is the Coach's Award. This young man is a soccer guy. He'll do just about anything. I could put him in any position, and he doesn't complain. He works hard. And I think by the end of the game, he had more sweat than a couple of the boys combined. And that just shows how hard he works, and that goes to Kian Grisbowski. Thank you, Kian.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir. And then our final award is the most valuable player, and that went to this young man who I think has tremendous talent. He always has a smile on his face, and that goes to Harrison Rainey. So thank you, Harrison.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, so we are moving on to our final fall sport, which will be volleyball. So I'm going to start with JV and then work our way up to varsity white. So our JV team members included Marin Addison, Riley Appleton, Chloe Clay, Kate Mitchell-Compton, Jolie Derbies, Ali Ibanez, Missouri O'Neill, Riley Pancholi, Avery Pinto, and Elise Rowland. Head coach was Amy Wright. Over, Amy.
Hey guys, first and foremost, I want to say that I miss you all so much. It's not even funny. I miss you so much. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy. First of all, I want to thank Coach Mo for what she does. She is the most selfless human I think I've ever met in my life. So thank you, Coach Mo, for everything that you do for us coaches and athletes. JV volleyball is probably the most fun season out of my 4 teams that I coach every year. These 6th grade girls, if you guys know them, you know this class, they will brighten your even worst day. They're fun, they're hilarious, they love to have a good time, and they work hard. They know when it's time to work and when it's time to laugh. And they just blew me away with their improvement from the beginning to the end. And all a coach ever wants is, you want them to have fun, you want them to enjoy it, but you want to be better than when you started. And this is exactly what happened with this team this year. So I'm just super grateful for everyone that was on the team. It was very hard to make these decisions. MVP, this girl goes above and beyond in literally everything she does, from academics to athletics. Kate Mitchell, great job, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Most improved, anyone who came and watched our games, this is no surprise. Avery Pinto, you are absolutely just a dream to coach. Thank you so much. Coach's Award. This, she'll know it when I say it, is my assistant coach for every season that she is with me. Jolie Dervis, you are just wonderful. You are dedicated. No matter what injury you have, you are right there with me. So thank you, girls, so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Coach Wright. All right, we're moving on to our varsity blue team. These team members: Grace Andrews, Ava Bailey, Mia Bento, Ava Connery, Olivia Haynes, Mia Hulsman, AC Hutton, Sienna Italiano, Anna Jacobson, Angelina Cussel, Virginia Miller, Chloe Pleasance, and Charlotte Stone. Head coach was Linda Cormier.
Thanks, Coach Mo. I first of all want to say what a fun season I had with this varsity blue team. It was a combination of both 7th and 8th grade players. The 8th grade players on the team were leaders to the younger girls, and the 7th grade, by the end of the season, showed some of the 8th graders that they were improving a little bit more. But it was such an enjoyable season, and a lot of our practices were with Coach Wright's JV team, and it was just such a season. I feel very lucky to have coached them, and I can't wait to work with 7th grade again next year when they're 8th graders. So on to our awards. The most improved player, this young lady just was amazing. By the end of the season, I put her in a position that she had never really played before, and I'd like to congratulate Ava Bailey.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ava. My coach's award goes to an individual who I could ask her to play both games, 3 games, doesn't matter, this position, that position. She was just amazing, and she's just a dream to coach, and I'd like to congratulate Chloe Pleasant.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then my MVP, I am going to miss this girl dearly, and I wish her all the best of luck at Robinson IB, and my MVP would be Charlotte Stone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Cormier. So we're going to move on to the varsity white team. These ladies were made up of Isabel Alonzo, Ava Fridella, Karina Fries, Lily Hayes, Morgan Jones, Grayson Miller, Cece Nelson, Hannah Parkinson, Kira Poland, Emily Richardson, Catalina Swartz, and Ryan Wallachek. Head coach again was Miss Linda Cormier.
Okay, this was definitely my dream team for St. John's. During the season, we only had 1 loss. That was against Berkeley at home, but we did beat Berkeley at Berkeley. So as we went into the tournament, we went in as 2nd seed, had to play Academy of the Holy Names in the loudest game I think we've ever played to win, to go to the finals versus Berkeley. It was a tough fight, and we ended up losing. but it's okay. We finished second in our league, runner-up for tournament, but the girls need to remember it was a huge fight, awesome season, and they still get the trophy because they beat the faculty in the faculty versus varsity white game. So way to go, guys. Okay, so on to my awards. Coach's award, I'd like to give to the individual who I put her in a position she had never played back row before. This was a huge role for her, and she was just like my quarterback on the court. And that would go to Emily Richardson. Congratulations, Emily. My most improved player. This individual, I know I could trust her where I put her. I had no doubts in my mind. I know she was the right person for this position as a middle and agrees. Congratulations, Karina. And my most valuable player on the team, she was a leader. She was everything anybody could ask. She supported her other players on bad days. My MVP goes to Catalina Schwartz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Coach Mo.
Thank you, and thank you to all our volleyball ladies. That would be our fall sports. So we are going to head on into our winter sports, starting with girls soccer. So I'm going to go ahead and name off the girls soccer team. Leah Barna, Carly Buchanan, Chloe Clay, Emiliana Itriago, Reese Curlin, Cece Nelson, Missouri O'Neill, Hannah Parkinson, Avery Pinto, Cece Phillips, Chloe Pleasance, Maya Rollins, Charlotte Stone, Catalina Schwartz, Michaela Valdez, and Jude Whittlesey. Head coach was myself, so I'm going to go ahead and keep talking. All right. So our girls soccer program has grown over the last couple of years. I think a couple of years ago I was begging girls to play. This year I ended up with 16 girls, which is a phenomenal number. Not many of them are soccer players. I had a handful maybe, but these girls were just so happy every day, every practice, every game. And that just makes it all worth it. Whether you win or lose, when you have a group of girls like that, you can just about overcome anything. So I want to thank those girls for making soccer season enjoyable, happy, and hopefully they got something out of it as well. This year, my most improved goes to a young lady who's been playing since her 6th grade year. She tries her best. She's running on the field. Not the biggest girl, but she does. When she's on that field, you wouldn't know it. And that goes to Carly Buchanan. So thank you. You're very welcome. I'm going to miss you on the soccer team. My next award is the Coach's Award. This goes to a awesome 7th grader who is a soccer player, and I think someday she might need an oxygen tank for how much she was actually running during those games, and that goes to Jude Whittlesey.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Jude. And then the most valuable player, this would be no surprise as it went to the young lady who scored all of our goals this season, which wasn't many, but she was a part of all of them, and that goes to Hannah Parkinson.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Hannah. Soccer star in the making. All right, so we are moving on to our girls basketball. And this team was consisted of Mia Bento, Eve Bonamart, Kenzie Cappy, AC Hutton, Morgan Jones, Angelina Cussell, Riley Pancholi, and Elise Rowland, head coached by our new and lovely Anna Marie.
Thank you, Coach. And yes, again, to you, Maria, thank you for everything. Obviously she's on top of everything and she's great. So I appreciate her. I also appreciate my team. I had so much fun with you girls this year. All of you were so much fun on and off the court and in the classroom. So anywhere I saw you, I always had a nice big smile because you guys make me smile. We had an extraordinary season. We started out all as beginners, save maybe 1 or 2 players. And it's a new team. We haven't had a basketball team in a while, a couple years now, I think, at St. John's. So I was also begging players to be on the team. We were all begging players to be on our team. And we came out with 8 strong. So that was good. We had a couple subs. Every game, we thought the next game was going to be the one we were going to win. And the next game, we didn't win, but we kept trying. And we lost several games just by 1 point or a couple points. And finally, in the finals, we won our first game and moved on to take second place in the finals. So congratulations to my girls. It was a great season. We started at a lower level and we just worked hard building our skills. You girls did so well. I'm so proud of you. And I couldn't have asked for a better group of girls. You guys are just amazing. So choosing awards was very difficult because I could give it out to any of you. But I did have to make a choice. So I will start with my Coach's Award. No surprise that you've already received one, but Kenzie Cappy. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kenzie always coming to ask, what am I doing wrong? What can I do more? I love it. In the classroom, out on the court, everywhere. My most improved player, that's the whole team. You guys just did so great. But I did choose one in particular, and that's Mia Bento.
Thank you.
And to go a little further, Mia Bento, you just stepped up towards the end of the season, those last games. You really took over and took control when I needed you. So thank you. And finally, our MVP, the person who contributed the most points, was always ready to play. And Elise Rowland, you just did a great job out there, always leading our team. So thank you.
Thank you.
And I missed you guys all so much, so thank you.
Mrs. Murray. All right, we're heading into our boys basketball. So we had 3 teams, so we're in a JV team. So our JV team members, Joshua Greenwich, Jackson Jimenez, Eddie Kirshner, James Lass, Tyler Leffinger, William Mead, Aiden Pancholi, Luca Pleasance, Zeb Rogozinski, Lucas Ruan, Jackson Tebby, and Cole Ward. Head coach was Joe Maldonado, so I'll let Joe take it over.
All right, thank you, Coach Mo. So as I said before, this was my first year as a coach, so this would be my second sports season, and I'm thankful that 7 out of my 12 players, or not my players, 7 out of 12 of the players that I got the chance to work with were coming over from soccer. So just in terms of getting to know you guys, it went a long way. I'm super proud of every single one of you. Each player improved over the course of the season and made for an exciting team to watch. There's no way around it. We were frequently outsized. We were outmanned in our games, but we were never, ever out-hustled. And that's what made me so excited to come to each and every single game in practice, was to watch you guys get better and better. Your energy, passion for competition, and willingness to endure drills that emphasize passing and cutting to the basket has me convinced that the future is bright for you guys, and I look forward to seeing it. So most improved, I think it's important to consider, like I said, every single one of you got better over the course of the season. I had to think about who would get this, but when it came down to a player that started off as a great rebounder and defender and then turned into a guy that could score 20 points in a game, that's Joshua Greenwich. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, MVP, we won a couple games without him, but having James Lass on the court was an important part of our ability to score a lot of points in a short amount of time. He's not just a tall guy either. He consistently showed up to practices, and it paid off in his performance. So congratulations, James.
Thank you.
All right. And between the guy that I'm giving the coaches award to, he could have won MVP as well. After one of our games, a referee told me that he had never seen a young team play the right way like ours did. And that's all on our point guard, our floor general. He not only led the team on the court, but also during dead balls, timeouts, and halftime. So Tanner Lessinger, thanks a lot, man. Great work.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, congrats, JV boys. Moving on to our varsity blue team. All right, they consisted of Ruffin Barrow, Jack Brennan, Tyler Bukowski, William Udaley, William Farman, Weber Greep, Kian Grzybowski, Brady Hoare, Carter List, Austin Matthews, Luca Pica, Zayden Saldin, Davis Stoffer, John William Strickland, Charlie Valenti, Tucker Woody, and Gray Wright. Head coach was my awesome Amy Wright.
Thanks, girl. I just want to say that, well, if you know me like you know Coach Mel, basketball is, of course, my passion, my thing. So it's always my favorite time of year. But this blue team, I had 30 boys total for basketball this year. And that, to me, speaks volumes. And to have to choose blue and white was very difficult for me because all of you were dedicated. There was not one of you that was not, and I just appreciated it so much. But blue was just so hardworking. They showed up. They had the best attitudes. They improved from start to finish. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. And this was a difficult decision. Starting with, I'm going to start with the MVP. Ruffin Barrow, you could throw that kid into any situation and he would succeed. So Ruffin, thank you so much for everything that you did.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Oh, most improved. If you know him, you laugh. Carter List, you are one of the funniest, most lovely kids I think I have ever worked with. So Carter, thank you so much for just coming out and just trying your hardest and really improving from start to finish. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach.
You got it. Coach's Award, this guy is near and dear to my heart. He started off on the injured reserve, but he came to practices injured and watched and was dedicated. And when he started playing, I don't know if you guys saw him play, but Charlie Valenti, you really killed it this year. So thank you so much. You were wonderful. And I can't wait to see your future in basketball.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, congratulations, Varsity Blue. Moving on to our Varsity White team, we had Bo Allen, Joseph Gums, Coleman Haley, Morty Hanlon, Max Hunt, Jack Koch, Carson Moore, Gavin Pagliari, Harrison Rainey, Aiden Ramos, Parker Roby, and Sam Stevenson. And I'm going to hand it right back over to Amy because she did me a favor and took 2 teams.
This was an absolute privilege to get white this year. And from the bottom of my heart, it was an absolute privilege. So thank you, first and foremost, for that. These boys, when they did lose, it was literally by a basket. It was just so close. They worked so hard and they wanted it. And our relationship grew so strong from start to finish. And I really had a connection with these boys. So thank you to all of them that played. I'm going to start with the MVP. If you've seen him play pretty much in any sport, but basketball in particular, he will get beat up for this team, period. Parker Roby, you are an absolute joy to coach. So thank you so much for everything that you did for this team. Most improved, this guy, we have a great relationship and we joke, we laugh, but we work hard and we have an equal love for the game. Max Hunt, you are just one of the greatest that I've coached in a long time. So thank you, Max Hunt, for everything that you did. And you stepped up when I needed you and it was absolutely perfect.
Thank you.
You got it. The Coaches Award, you guys know this is my bestie. Gavin Pags, you are absolutely just a dream to coach for me. You're hilarious. You make me laugh. You work hard, and I just appreciate everything that you are. So thank you, Gavin.
Thank you, Coach Wright.
You got it.
All right, thank you, Coach Wright and the Varsity White Boys basketball team. We are moving on quickly and heading into our soul season, which is track and field. And if anybody knows anything about track and field, all the meets are at Berkeley. There's only 8 of them total, 4 for the girls, 4 for the boys. And I like to call it the bipolar season because you never know what you're going to get. It might be hot one meet. Next meet, we're all bundled up and it's cold. It might be raining. So these kids endure a lot during this one season. And we truly appreciate them coming out, having fun. It's a pretty good, cool social aspect, seeing all the other teams together. So with that being said, we're going to start with the JV girls and then read on through. So our JV girls consisted of Hadley Angle, Ashley Carpenter, Chloe Clay, Jolie Derbies, Abigail Garcia, Marley Martin, Misha Martin, Emily O'Brien, Elise Rellin, Kayla Stein, and Logan Walsh. Our JV boys, Kelvy Brown, Tyler Cappy, Tanner Corral, Joshua Greenwich, Max Gustafson, Colson Haber, Ben Horn, Forrest Hutton, Andrew Kunkel, James Lass, Felipe Mattioli, Ethan McLaughlin, William Mead, Luca Pleasance, Lucas Ruan, Walt Stevens, Ryan Szymanski, Isaac Toth, Eric Varner, and Cole Ward. Our varsity team consisted of the varsity girls, Leah Barna, Eve Bonamart, Kenzie Cappy, Ava Connery, Mia Hulsman, AC Hutton, Grayson Miller, Carson Peternell, Chloe Pleasance, Lily Skemp, and Catalina Swartz. And then our varsity boys, Jackson Andrews, Jack Brennan, Thomas Dan, William U. Daly, Jake Garcia, Brady Orr, Max Hunt, Max Casper, Carter List, Austin Matthews, Aiden Ramos, Harris Rankin, Patrick Rankin, Parker Roby, John William Strickland, and Tucker Whitty. And I had the pleasure of coaching alongside with Amy Wright, Aaron Hill, and Jen Eggleston. I'm gonna let one of them take it over.
I'll go ahead and go first. I'm going to take care of the boys on the boy end. I don't know if you've ever seen a track meet or been involved in it, but as a coach going into it, actually my first year, I mean, I've been coaching 20 years now, but going into a track season and it's like your first year, it is the most chaotic thing you could possibly think of. But you quickly learn the routine and everything. So going into the boys season, you think, okay, is everyone where they need to be? Are they going to be there? Are they going to do what they do? And this year, these boys, I didn't worry a second. They were dedicated. They improved so much. They knew exactly where they were going. We literally stood there. Like we just cheered them on because they were that dedicated. So thank you boys, JV and varsity, for everything that you did. So I really appreciate that. I'll start with JV. The MVP, if you have seen him around campus, if you know him, you know that he is one of the strongest kids I think I've ever met in my life. Ben Horn, you're just wonderful. You outrun pretty much anyone. So thank you, Ben, for everything that you did for JV. Most improved. Oh, this kid, Will Mead. You are near and dear to my heart. You are just wonderful athlete, wonderful human, and you really bring your game when you come to a team. So thank you, Will Mead, very much.
Thank you, Coach Wright.
You got it. Coach's Award. This guy, I didn't realize just how talented his running skills were. Lucas Ruan, you are very talented, and I hope that you continue on your running game. So congratulations, you did a great job.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it. On to varsity. I don't know if you've met the Rankin brothers, but they are pretty speedy. They have not just endurance, but speed too. So MVP goes to Harris Rankin. You really went above and beyond for our team this year, so thank you so much. The Coach's Award then goes to Patrick, because Patrick, you are always there for us. You're there to step in when you need to, and you always do your best when you get on that track or even that field or that court. So thank you very much, Patrick, for everything that you did. Most improved, this, just like I was talking about Ben, this guy is just an overall athlete. William U. Daly, your endurance just astounds me, and your skill on and off the field is just wonderful. So William U. Daly, great job.
Thank you.
I think Coach Eggleston is going to take over for the girls.
Hello, everybody. I am going to start with the JV girls. Our most valuable player, this probably won't come to a shock to many of you if you're out there, but Logan Waltz, girl, you are a powerhouse. Every time you got to the line and you raced, I just would say, I can't believe this girl is this young and has this much talent. So well deserved, Logan.
Thank you.
Our next award is Most Improved, and this little girl is so near and dear to my heart. Marley Martin, you are wonderful. I almost made her, I think, right, Coach Mo, run the mile, because I could see the potential in this girl, and I knew that she would just crush it if she would do the long distance. And not only did she crush it, she blew away my expectations. So Marley, 100% you deserve Most Improved. And then the Coach's Award goes to Misha Martin. You are quiet, but you are a force to be reckoned with. You scored, I think she was our most highest scorer for JV, right, if I'm not mistaken. Misha, you just did anything you did, you gave 100%, and we are so proud of you. And we're going to go to varsity now for the girls. We have most valuable player is Catalina Swartz. Every event, you gave your best, 100%. You blew us all away, correct? Like you definitely deserve that. Most improved goes to AC Hutton. AC, I had the pleasure of having you in cross country and now again having you in track, and you just keep improving, and I cannot wait to see where you are in 8th grade, because keep it up and you're gonna go far. And our coaches award goes to Mia Hussman. You've always willing to do whatever was asked of you, and I know that you've improved so much over the last couple of years, so you're all so proud of you and so well deserved. And it was a great season. It was my first season of track, and it was so much fun. I thoroughly all day looked forward to those meets. So thank you so much. Thank you to Coach Wright, Coach Mo, and Coach Hill. It was so much fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed all of you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. All right, so we're coming on to our final season, which is our spring season. And although our spring sports teams did not get the chance to play out their season, we still want to thank them all for coming out to tryouts and a few weeks of practice, which were fun. I know all the coaches were bummed, as all 3 sports looked promising. And every time I talked to one of the coaches, they said it was a good practice, or they were smiling and saying, I can't wait for the season start. And unfortunately, something beat us to it, and we didn't get to finish out our seasons, but I still want to honor them. So we're going to start with softball. Our softball team, which I am thoroughly happy about, because I did try to give a couple hundreds or E's in PE to get some girls out, and we did. So I'm proud of that. We had Chloe Clay, Jolie Derbies, Allie Ibanez, Anna Jacobson, Reese Curlin, Angelina Cussell, Grayson Miller, Cece Nelson, Hannah Parkinson, Chloe Pleasance, Lily Skemp, Catalina Swartz, Michaela Valdez, and Logan Waltz. Head coach was myself, and then my assistant was Miss Lena Waltz, and I was very thankful for her. And like I said, we weren't quite a full softball team. A lot of the girls had never played before or had played back prior when they were in tiny tots. But every practice was looking promising, and they were getting better, and they were listening. And I really wish we would have gotten our first couple games in, because I could have seen something happening for that team. Moving on to our baseball team. And I don't know if the coaches want to say anything, but I'll see. Our baseball team, our varsity white, it was one full team. It was nice and big. So we had Bo Allen, Jack Brennan, William U. Daly, William Farman, Jake Garcia, Weber Greep, Trimble Henderson, Brady Orr, Max Hunt, Trey Hyatt, Rivers Curlin, Michael Malzone, Ian McGinnis, Nathan Pento, Luca Pleasance, Reed Poley, Davis Stoffer, John William Strickland, Isaac Toth, Dalton Townsend, Charlie Valenti, and Tucker Whitty. Head coach was Joe Maldonado, and assistant coach Amy Wright. So I don't know if either of the coaches want to say anything. They can if they'd like to.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, I feel like Coach Wright has much more to say about the boys. Like I said, I'm new. You see him every day and coach him in the past year, so I think it'd be more appropriate if you shared some stuff about our 8th grade guys.
All I have to say is this year would have been something special with baseball. We were a stacked team. And I mean, we would have taken that championship. I mean, just saying here. But they work hard. When they get on the field, it's their home. These are baseball players. And they're there because they want to be. And it's really a shame because sorry, dog. But I think next year when they're going to be in 8th graders, we had a lot of 7th graders. I think it's going to be a great year. So good job, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. And then our final spring sports team was tennis. So we had our varsity girls consisted of Leah Barna, Eve Bonamart, Noelle Booth, Ashley Carpenter, Kate Mitchell-Compton, Reagan Goss, Catherine Lancer, Olivia Lancer, Lexi Mayer, Abigail Garcia, and Charlotte Stone. And our varsity boys, Ruffin Barrow, Morty Hanlon, Hubble Jones, Leighton Malazzo, Aiden Pancholi, Lorenzo Pica, Drew Powell, Harrison Rainey, Harris Rankin, Patrick Rankin, and Sam Stevens. The head coaches were Allie Garrity and Jen Eggleston. So I don't know if either of them wanted to hop on and say anything. Oh, okay, we're moving on. All right, so finally, guys, we have 3 more awards to give out to 6 of our 8th grade student athletes. A boy and girl is chosen for each of these 3 awards. In order for these 8th graders to be eligible to receive this award, they must have participated in at least 2 different sports this year. Participation in sports over the length of their St. John's Middle career is also taken into consideration. Here are the awards given for this 8th grade honor. Our major contributor. This is given to the student who is awarded because of his or her performance on the playing field and the leadership qualities he or she exhibits while representing SJE. And I believe Mrs. Strow has the awards in her office. She's grabbing them right now, so just give me 1 second. But these 8th graders will each receive 1 award. It's a pretty cool, I think it's a little medallion, and it's something that you really have to work for. I think she's grabbing it. I'm going to continue reading the other 2 awards while she grabs. The next award would be the Scholar Athlete. This is the student is receiving this award for excellence in the classroom as well as an SJE athlete. And our final one would be the Sportsmanship, which the athlete is chosen because of his or her high level of character displayed on and off the field. So I'm going to quickly, I think Mrs. Strauss back. She's going to throw out those awards.
Which one do you want me to hold up first?
If you could hold up the Major Contributor Award. So it looks, I think, like what's on it, Mrs. Strow?
A lot of balls and a torch.
Awesome. All right. And the next one would be our Scholar Athlete.
This has a torch on it.
And then our final is our Sportsmanship,
which also has athletic gear.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to start with the Sportsmanship. So this year's male recipient of the Sportsmanship Award goes to a young man who participated in 3 varsity sports this year: boys soccer, boys basketball, and tennis. His positive attitude, respectfulness, and overall kind heart is something that can be seen by all. This year's winner is Harrison Rainey. Hopefully Harrison's on.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Harrison. I'm going to miss you, bud. This year's female recipient of the Sportsmanship Award goes to a young lady who participated in 4 sports this year: volleyball, girls soccer, track and field, and softball. She's always the first person to lift her teammates up when needed, and whether it's a win or a loss, she makes sure everyone knows what a great job they did. Ever since 6th grade, there has not been one season where she hasn't participated in a sport. And that's something that can be said for anybody. I'm truly appreciative. This year's winner is Chloe Pleasance.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Chloe. Moving on, this year's male recipient of the Scholar Athlete Award goes to a young man who participated in 3 varsity sports this year: cross country, boys basketball, and track and field. Not only did he excel on the sports field, but he thrives in the academic world. Currently holding a 4.0 GPA, this year's winner is Parker Roby.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Parker. This year's female recipient of the Scholar Athlete Award goes to a young lady who participated in 3 varsity sports this year: volleyball, girls soccer, and tennis. Her ability to manage school, middle school sports, and her tennis lessons is nothing short of amazing. She currently holds a 4.0 GPA. This year's winner is Charlotte Stone.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Charlotte. Moving on, this year's male recipient of the Major Contributor Award goes to a young man who played 3 varsity sports this year: boys soccer, track and field, and tennis. Whether he's on the soccer field, track, or tennis court, he's always making an impact. This year's winner is Patrick Rankin. Congratulations, Patrick. And finally, this year's female recipient of the Major Contributor Award goes to a young lady who played 4 varsity sports this year: volleyball, girls soccer, track and field, and softball. There's no denying her athleticism to compete in all of these sports successfully. This year's winner is Catalina Swartz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I wanted to thank you all for attending this banquet this evening. I know it wasn't ideal, and I know I'd much prefer to have you guys in person as we are finishing out the year and Obviously, everybody wants hugs. We want to be sending off our 8th graders on a high note, but I appreciate you all getting onto the call. Before you sign off, I put together a slideshow of our athletes and the memories they created this year at St. John's, something that we can take away from them. Thanks to Marianne Paris and parents for supplying these photos. I hope you all enjoy it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen and hopefully you guys enjoy. Oh, Miss Strow, you must let me screen share. So sorry.
While you're doing that, can everybody just give a hand for Coach Mo and everything that she does for this school? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Please, give it up.
Coach Mo! Yeah!
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think this is live recorded, so we will be able to send this out as well as the video to anybody that wants to keep it.
Coach Mo, what do you think's going to happen if I go into the settings when log out, move over to the settings? You think it's going to disconnect?
Make her the host before you do that. That should be fine.
Kind of rare you see Miss Braggy with a hat.
I'm like, no, it's a visor. I lie.
So, Joe, you think I should push end? Because that's the only way for me to leave.
Actually, I can, Lisa, if you don't mind, I can share it with you quickly. And that way you can, you'll click on the link and you should be able to
Okay, I'm
share.
sorry. I didn't know you were sharing. So I probably have my
overzealous
student-friendly settings that are set on the main page for security reasons.
Some Bragdon news. Like she sees me. Who's she talking to?
Who knew it takes so long for email?
Oh,
That's
really?
Marissa. 3 years with me, buddy. I've learned your voice.
You emailed it, right, Coach?
I'm trying to at the moment.
Oh, okay. I thought I'm just over here feeling bad that I didn't know about the screen share setting.
There we go. Okay. All right, Mrs. Strout, I sent it to you, so hopefully it comes through and then you should be able to screen share. Appreciate everybody staying on the call. Wish I had some lobby music right now. I'd play that. I would just do a share.
Lights go out and I can't be seen. Tides that I tried to swim against brought me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg and please, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shouldn't I pull off my head? Trouble that can't be named. Tigers waiting to be tamed, singing. closing walls and ticking clocks. Come back and take you home. I could not stop, but you now know I'm singing. Come out upon my seas. Curse me, stop, but you know these. Am I a part of the cure? I am a part of the disease. Singing. Nothing else compares. Nothing else compares. Nothing else where I want it. Where I want it. Where I want it. Where I want it. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Singer in smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night.
Well, that's all we have for you guys tonight. I appreciate you all hopping on and attending, and hopefully we will get to see you guys soon.
Thanks, Coach Mo.
Thank you.
Great
Go
job.
Eagles.
Coach Mo.
Great job.
Coach Mo.
You're welcome.
Have a great night, my friends.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Coach Mo. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Till next
Awesome
year.
job.
Thank you.
Hey, Joshua.
Thanks.
Hey, Josh.
Thank you so much, guys.
Each of these exercises when you're all done. And then you're going to do 15.
Can we go back to sharing the screens so I can watch Coach Wright's workout?
Hey, they're all on YouTube. All on YouTube. Joe,
Coco's
just
the
for you.
star.
Great job, guys.
Thank you,
Good job,
everybody.
Mo.
Love you.
Love you.
Go Eagles.
Go
Thank
Eagles.
you.
Go Eagles.